Okay, welcome to the Parky and Leslie podcast, The Amazing Adventures of Parky and Leslie. I'm Leslie,
And I'm Parky.
and welcome back. We have not been here in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, but that's okay. We just are going to use this episode to unpack, unload, trauma dump, if you will.
Yeah, just catch up.
Yeah, we have new nicknames on the screen if you don't see them. Mine's
Leslie is
Wally.
Wally. And
Yeah,
what is mine? P Bear.
P-Bear. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazing Adventures of P-Bear and Wally.
Or maybe mine's P Burr.
Yeah. Because if it was bear, it would be like B-A-R, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you want to just knock it off with our weekly top fives? Is that even a phrase, or did I just make that up?
I
Knock
don't
it off.
know.
Knock it off is a phrase, but not the way I just
Yeah.
used it.
I think it's right.
Well, knock it off is like knock it off.
I think
Knock
I'm
it
thinking of like take one off the top, but that's I don't think also either the phrase you're thinking.
off. We're already back being bad at
Yeah.
phrases. Nothing has
Just
changed.
just yapping, not knowing what we're talking about.
Oh my gosh, I am so obsessed with on Brooke and Connor how they say their tubes are tied when they're trying to
Oh
say their
yeah.
hands are tied. Yeah, that's gonna be us.
My tubes are tied.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
We're bad at language. I mean, phrases. Our tubes are tied. We can't help it.
Okay, before we get into the weekly top five, this is what I wanted to show you. So this is just basically Aldi Sprite. It's
Okay.
called Citrus Twist. It's like the Great Value brand, but Aldi.
Yeah.
And there were people that saw it this week that were like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" Someone even asked me if it was from another country. I was like, "No, it's literally just Sprite from Aldi."
They're like, is that exotic?
And like people tasted it and they were like, is this like something cool and different? No, it's literally lemon lime soda. It's literally Sprite, just
Yeah.
cheap.
You can go to the grocery store.
Just great value Sprite.
It's like kind of exotic though.
I just
So
thought that was funny because the can, I mean, I guess it looks different, but they're like, ooh, citrus twist. And I was like, Sprite.
I would have lied.
Like
Yeah.
I brought this back like
From New
from another
York.
country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I should have said New York. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
I'm
Due to
also
you
eating a
having
fruit
been there.
roll up.
Oh, what flavor?
I don't know. It has all the different colors.
Does it have the tongue tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah. Well, I've actually been just wadding it up
Uh-huh.
and eating it.
Like whole?
Well, like in a stick.
Oh, can you give us a demonstration when you finish?
Yeah.
The
Hmm.
audio only listeners are not being fed this week.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I just like sorry, I actually can't show you because I only have one hand, but I basically just
okay.
like
Yeah. I just want to see like the finished product, really. Oh, you just
oh
like
that.
you kind of like grip it in your fist.
Mm-hmm. But there's
Okay.
a tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what it's gonna be.
You know what?
No.
It's supposed to be
Unfortunately.
a heart.
Oh. Maybe you were like just too quick with it, but I
Yeah.
understand.
I don't think I held it on there long enough.
That's okay. Like those things are meant to go down the hatch. They're too good to
Mm-hmm.
sit there and like tease yourself by just putting it on your
Mm-hmm.
tongue and leaving it there.
It's so scrumptious.
Whoa, you just like broke up real bad, but that was kind of funny. They are scrumptious.
What does it sound
It
like?
sounded like that was not actually what it sounded like. I just can't do it.
Also, I'm talking away from the mic because I'm trying not to give y'all like ASMR. I'm trying
What is
not
that
doing that.
word when they do the eating? I never say it right.
I don't
Like
know.
eating ASMR? Mukbang or something?
Oh, I do love a mukbang. Mukbang.
Mukbang.
But
One time,
I don't think I like the ASMR ones. I just like watching people eat and
oh,
talk.
okay. I told Anna the other day, I was like, "Are you gonna do a mukbang?" And she said, "Huh?" I was like, "Sorry, I didn't know how that was pronounced. I've literally only ever seen it online."
Mm.
No, that's okay. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Sorry, I just licked my fingers.
That's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to go first for the WTF?
Yeah. Okay. Mm, okay, my first one I'll do is Olipop slash Poppy. I know they're two different brands, but they're both like prebiotic, like health sodas, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And this week I've been trying to have less caffeine.
Yeah.
I haven't avoided it completely. I think the only way to avoid it completely is literally just drinking water.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So
No.
I've cut out like sodas that I know have caffeine and coffee. There was one day that I did get a small Coke from McDonald's because I just couldn't take it anymore.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, like it's hard to quit cold turkey.
especially with how much I feel like I consume a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm just gonna have one little small one and a small Coke from McDonald's, 65 cents.
What?
I know. So I was like, catch me doing this all the
This is
time.
news to me.
I know. I was like, that is so cheap. So I got one of those. But anyway, I went to a coffee shop like 2 or 3 times this week and I got a Poppy or an Olipop each time instead of getting like latte, whatever. Also, I thought chai and matcha didn't have caffeine. They do.
Oh.
It's
Well, chai
everything,
is like
even
kind of good.
yeah, and even hot chocolate has like a little bit of caffeine. Like you just can't really
Oh yeah,
fully get
because
away from
chocolate has
caffeine.
caffeine in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So much has caffeine.
Are you cutting
But
out chocolate?
oh no, I still have hot chocolate.
It's like everything.
No, like I'm still drinking Sprite, these Olipops. I'm having like I can have juice. I'm trying to think of it as like what can I have, not what can I not have.
Okay, okay, that's a little optimistic twist.
Yeah, so I think it's been good. Also, I've been on like I was on antibiotic and taking like Tylenol, Advil, like stuff all week.
Oh yeah,
And that helped with the headaches from like not having that much caffeine. I feel like it would have been a lot worse had I not been taking medicine.
right, yeah.
And like I didn't completely cut cold turkey. Maybe I'll get worse headaches in the coming weeks. But anyway, all that to say, really like Olipop and
Yeah.
Poppy.
Yeah, I hear
They're
you.
yummy. It's like a healthy carbonated drink.
Aren't they good for like gut health or something?
Gut and immune health.
Wow.
And they're
Feel your gut,
scrumptious.
girl.
Yeah, and the coffee shop that I've been going to, they have like a bunch of good flavors. Like I got a cherry limeade poppy one day, and then I got an orange one. They have watermelon ones. I've actually never had the watermelon one, but the can is cute.
I'm not like a watermelon stan, so I'd probably love
Mm,
the way the can looked because I assume it's like pink.
yeah. It's like green and
Everything,
pink.
yeah, our colors, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I love the aesthetic of, like watermelon, for example, like
Mm-hmm.
I hate the taste. Like I don't like
Yeah.
real watermelons. I don't like artificial watermelon
No.
flavoring.
I
None.
don't like artificial watermelon flavoring, but I love watermelon.
It just has no taste to me, really.
Hmm.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
some people put salt on their watermelon.
I think Nana does, so
Sorry,
I
Nana. I'm
don't
like
know.
some rose people.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Mm,
Um, yeah. I'm not
but
wearing any makeup and my face looks super crazy, I feel like, but
I don't think so.
well,
Looks good.
thanks.
Hmm.
Thank you. Um, okay. My first one is silver jewelry. I've been really into silver lately.
Oh, yes, same.
Yeah. I got my nose ring changed from a stud to a hoop and it's silver. And then I got silver in my ear, all three holes. I've got a silver necklace. Like I've just been really on the silver train lately.
I feel like I did like mixed metals for a while and then I was all gold. And now I'm kind of like mainly all silver and like some days mixed metals. But like all my rings are silver. I got some cute new silver hoops.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, just
Oh
love.
yeah, our bestie rings are silver. Did we talk about them
Yes. I
on
don't
the
think
pod?
so.
Oh. Well, for Parker's birthday, we got bestie rings.
Yeah, mine
And
is
they're
not
silver.
currently on because I took a shower and I take it off to shower.
Oh, okay.
I'm like so afraid of it getting messed up in there.
Yeah, I wear mine all the time, but it's like because I fear, oh, oopsie, drop my mic. I fear that I would forget to put it back on if I took it off.
Mm.
So like
I
most
have
of my
like,
jewelry I just leave on all the time. Like I clean my ears and stuff, and I'm just like,
mhm.
hopefully they're fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, my next one I'm just gonna show y'all because I have them here with me. Cheddar Jack Cheez-Its.
Oh,
They're so
ah,
good.
those are so good. Like the dust that I get on my fingers
Oh
from eating
my
those, I'm
gosh.
like
My,
licking my finger. Like
mm-hmm.
so good.
They're the best flavor. And I was telling Leslie, they're better than white cheddar Cheez-Its.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These are the best Cheez-Its.
White cheddar are good, but they don't beat cheddar jack for
Yeah.
one. And also
And
like I think I have to be in a mood for white
yeah,
cheddar.
that's what I was just about to say. There's a time and a place for
Yeah.
white cheddar Cheez-Its.
Yeah. Cheddar jack anytime and any place.
Yeah. Anytime, any place, any day,
Yeah. Yeah.
just all the time.
There's no limit to cheddar jack.
Yeah.
Okay. My second one is Daylist on Spotify. I
Oh
love
yeah.
those bad boys. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about those on the pod, but um I
What's your
used to
playlist called right now?
party rock 2000 Saturday evening. Let's see if I will it focus. Uh doesn't oh yeah, kind of.
Mine's
Yeah.
funny. It's called Upbeat Country Hoedown Saturday Evening.
Give us a few examples of what's on there.
Um, I Don't Want This Night to End by Luke Bryan. Church Bells by Carrie Underwood. Miss Me More, Kelsey Ballerini. Um, Mean by Taylor Swift is on here, but not her
That's the only
version.
one that I know out of those that you've said so far.
Um, House Party, Sam Hunt. Hole in a Bottle. Break Up in a Small Town. Marry Me. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, Mean is the only one that I know from
Hmm,
those, but that's okay.
yeah.
Mine's
You might
got
know some if you like heard them.
probably so.
Hmm.
Mine's got Hey Ya by Outkast, All the Small Things by Blink 182, Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, My Own Worst Enemy by Lit. I
Hmm.
love that song. Last Resort by Papa Roach. Um, My Hero by Foo Fighters, Chop Suey by System of a Down. I just I just love this playlist. I've used to I would just take a screenshot of my day list and be like, haha, how funny, how true.
Hmm.
But like lately I'll actually like listen to my day list because I'm like, these are made for me.
I
I
feel
might
like
as
I
well.
listened to my playlist a good bit.
Really?
Hmm.
I'm getting to that.
Um, I guess my next one I'll do is gonna be Spotify related, but the playlist that's they just came out with them. It's like the uniquely yours category. There's like the on repeat, time capsule, daily drive, repeat, rewind one, and I've really been loving the on repeat because it's literally a playlist of all my favorite songs lately.
Good. Yeah.
So I'll show you. I'll say some of them that are on here. Reckless driving. Love and War in Your 20s. I love that song.
Who's it
And
by?
Jordy Cersei.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's good. Little Blue. It's just such a sweet little song. Stay by Gracie Abrams.
Oh, I love Gracie Abrams.
The Roads by Jonah Kagan. I think that's how you say his name. Now that we don't talk, my favorite 1989 song right now.
That is a
Watermelon
good one.
Moonshine. Um, Greedy. Lacey, Turning Page. Just it's so good.
Yeah, all your
Then
faves.
I watched this TikTok last night. It was like a song that makes me feel like I'm in a Kohl's in like 2013 or something like that. Oh, we will.
Yeah, she's been running and jingling her little bell all over the place. And I was like, I gotta catch her because I need these folks to know who's jingling around here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the song in the TikTok was Girls Chase Boys.
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard that song in so long.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like actually a banger.
Is it that one that's like, oh no, I cannot understand.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
And then another song, I just decided to listen to like early 2000s, early 2010s today.
Yeah.
Complicated by Avril Lavigne is good.
Dude.
Cool Kids.
Oh my
Wish that I could
gosh.
be.
That song, like Cool Kids, like makes me have like a memory of like laying in my bed, like being on Vine and like
Mm-hmm.
my toenails were probably painted that mint green Essie color that Bethany Moda loved. What was it
Mm-hmm.
called? Like
I don't
I
remember, but
used to
I know
remember the
exactly
exact
what you're
name.
talking.
Yeah, and then I would be like reading one of those J14 magazines.
Oh, I had an obsession with the J14
Mhm.
Tiger Beat.
Yeah, ripping out posters of Ross Lynch to hang on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another one, Don't Worry Child, Lost Boy,
Yeah,
fight
those are
song.
all bangers from back in the day.
They were coming on and I was like, whoa, this is making me feel like I'm in my room in 2013 or I'm on like the way to DC in eighth
No, yeah.
grade. I'm
Oh
at Joy's in
my.
the summertime.
Oh gosh. The DC trip we're gonna have to pack on here one day.
We're gonna have to have a whole episode about DC
That is
trip.
such like a formative experience. I feel like not only for us, but like teenagers around the nation that go to
Oh
DC.
yeah. In like
Like,
sixth or eighth grade.
yeah. And like it's like the craziest stuff happens on these trips. It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah. You just have to go to DC as a child.
Yes, you have to have drama
And
on
not
the
even
trip.
learn that much about the Capitol.
No. I I don't really remember any. I just remember the tea.
Yeah, I remember there were, well, maybe we can save it for another episode, but
Yeah. Sound off in the comments if you want to hear about it.
yeah, sound off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gosh. Well, um, okay, my next one is Birkenstock Boston's. Now
Mm.
listen, I've loved the way these looked for a long time. I loved seeing them on Pinterest and whatnot,
Hmm.
but I never could make the jump to purchase a $160 pair of brand
Oh
new
yeah.
Birkenstock Bostons. And so I was at work the other day and oh my gosh, Miss Gail, I love her to death. She is one of my coworkers and she came in like our office and we just got to talking for a few minutes and she was telling me about how she had these Birkenstock Bostons like in her closet from like back in the day. Like these are like vintage. Like I still have the box over there. I'll show if you're interested.
Hmm.
But she was like, "Yeah, they've been sitting in my closet for like 30 years. If you want them, you can have them." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, like if you're not wearing them." And she was like, "No, they're just collecting dust." And so she brought them to work and she gave them to me. And oh my gosh, I love them. They're so comfortable. They're so cute. And I looked at the box and the price tag was still on there from when she bought them. Because she was like, I got them 20% off their full price. And she was like, I like the price tag's still on them, never worn them. And the price tag was on there and it was $105 for a pair of Birkenstock Bostons that cost $160 today.
And she got
And
them
like,
20% off.
yeah, I was like, this is unreal.
And
But
you got them
yeah,
for free.
yeah. And I wear them like every day. I love them.
Sorry, I just burped in the mic.
That's okay. I didn't hear it. I did that earlier. But yeah, I love
I
Miss Gail.
I love those shoes. I feel like,
Yeah.
okay, I think I got mine. I don't even have the Birkenstock brand. I have a pair that I bought for $15 at TJ Maxx our senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still wearing them. And they're kind of disgusting. They stink. They have a hole in
Yeah.
them. You
Well,
can't see the hole unless I like lift up the flap, but there is a hole. Um, and my mom literally told me, she's like, we can get you another pair. Like we can find some more like on Amazon or something. I was like, no, these are already broken in. Like
these
they're
are the
not
loves of
comfy.
my life.
I remember when I got them at the end of high school and people that saw them would be like, those are not cute. Like they were not in style yet. But I had a vision.
Mm-hmm.
And even
And
wearing
you just needed to cook for a minute.
yeah, even
Let
wearing
her
them to
cook.
MCC for like my freshman and sophomore year. I don't even think they got cool till like the end of our sophomore year, beginning of junior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing those puppies around.
Yeah. You
And
were probably the
no one,
root.
yeah, no one was really into it in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
But let her cook. She's on to something.
yes, I had the idea. I saw
Yeah.
them at the TJ Maxx and said I need them.
You are my inspo.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, what's your next one, Parky?
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Pinterest. Speaking of inspo,
Yes.
I use Pinterest. I'm not kidding every single day.
No, me too. And I get on there
And
and stalk you on Pinterest because I'm like, what is she thinking
really,
about?
I need to go and stalk you because I kind of forget that I follow friends on there and
Yeah.
I'm just in there all the time. But like this is embarrassing. I was in Target for probably like an hour and a half today.
Hmm.
And as I'd pick stuff up, I'd be like, one, can I get it somewhere cheaper? Two, how is Pinterest styling this these days?
Yeah. That is
And
so like smart and like
thank you.
money forward of you, like financially forward.
Mhm. And trying to be stylish, but even in the mornings I'll get up and I'll think of like one thing I want to wear. I'll be like, okay, well, I'm not wearing jeans today. I'm wearing leggings, but how could I look cuter?
Yeah.
And I'll
How
look
can
up
we take
like,
this to the next level?
yeah, like cute legging outfits. And then someone told me recently, if you want to know your style, it needs to be like two words that you always want to look no matter what, even if you're dressing up
Hmm.
and or like casual. And we were talking about mine, and mine would probably be something like cute and fun.
Hmm.
Like whether I'm comfy, dressing nice. And so if you look up on Pinterest, like cute, fun outfits.
Huh. Like, yeah, like cute, fun, like, yeah, you could put
Hmm.
that in front of anything.
Yeah. And then you could like pick any words.
Yeah.
Um, but I love Pinterest.
Oh,
And
yeah, me too.
on like for workout stuff or for like
Hmm.
even instead of going to Google,
Recipes.
yeah, instead of going to Google to figure out like stuff that I could get that has like low caffeine or low sugar, I'm like, what is Pinterest saying?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm 100% behind you on that. Me as well.
Hmm.
I love Pinterest. Like, I'll hop on Pinterest for recipes. Sometimes I'll go to TikTok for recipes because I'm like, I need to see
Hmm.
them do this.
Yeah. I like also use TikTok a good bit to be like, what are the hacks people are using?
Yeah.
Or like, what are the outfits girls are wearing to
Oh, yeah.
class?
Outfits. Yeah. TikTok is like Pinterest 2.0 in certain ways.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'll get on there and I'm like, best Starbucks recipes that,
Yeah.
or Starbucks orders, or like,
Yeah.
um, my jean shorts they weren't fitting the other day and I was having to look up hacks, like non-sewing hacks to make
Hmm.
my shorts fit.
Yeah.
Found it,
Hmm.
saved it.
I literally, okay, I started wearing contacts recently. Okay. So
Hmm.
the first night I wore them, I just about had a full-blown panic attack in my bathroom because I could not get them out. Like they taught
I
me
would
how
have
to do
been.
it at the place, like when they gave them to me. And I
Hmm.
was sitting there like trying my hardest to get them. And it wasn't until I went to TikTok and I searched how to get out my contacts and watched the like I guess she's an optometrist or whatever, like that's what she says she
Hmm.
is. I guess anybody could be lying on the internet, but she was like, this is what you do. And it was the exact same thing that people told me at the optometrist here in town. But when
Hmm.
she did it, I was like, and then I could do it. I did it. I got it out and
Hmm.
I stopped crying and I was like, I'm a big girl now.
I would have been panicking if I were you, not being able to get it out.
Yeah, no, I was. I called Nana and I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the ER. I have to get my contact out. And Nana was like, chill. So,
Okay, what's your next one?
um, let me get back to my note. Okay, another music one, Chapel Roan. She was the opener for Olivia Rodrigo when we went to see her in New Orleans the other day.
Hmm.
And like, I never want to be the girl at the concert that doesn't know the opener songs. Like, I want to know at least a few.
Hmm.
And so, like, when we went to see Taylor Swift, I wanted to be there because of Phoebe Bridgers. But like, I don't know. That's just an example. Like, I'm gonna know some of the opener songs, if not all of
Hmm.
them. So I started listening to Chapel Roan a little bit before we went, and I was like, wait a second. I think this just changed my life. And like
Yeah.
she's just like super pop girly. Like she has a very particular aesthetic. Like I
Hmm.
don't know how to describe it, but she's like fun. She's like early 2000s pop.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I've been really into her lately, and I was actually like more excited to see her, I think, than Olivia at like the end of it because I was like, I don't know, just like I've listened to Olivia for years now, so
Hmm.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, it was fun to see her, but Chapel was new and exciting for me. And I was like,
Yeah. I don't know
but
much about Chapel Ronan, but I've heard a couple songs and I've seen her album cover and it almost gives like sunshiny Melanie Martinez early
yeah,
2000.
yeah. Yeah, her and Melanie Martinez are kind of similar if you think about it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but my top three right now by Chapel Roan, I feel like are probably like the most popular of hers, but like Casual, of course, Pink Pony Club, and Red Wine Supernova. I love those
Mm-hmm.
so much. And she just did like the Tiny Desk concert with NPR, and it was
Hmm.
so good. Anyway,
Okay. Sorry, I said oh no because I thought I deleted the rest of my notes, but didn't. They're
I didn't
here.
even hear you say oh no.
Yeah. Okay, um my last one is That's the Point Pod.
Hmm.
And it's Kristen Johns and her friend John. I don't know his last name. Um, that's terrible because I listen to it all the time. But John
That's okay.
Volk.
Okay.
Um, it's just such a good podcast. I'm trying to think of like stuff they talk about. Like the most recent or the episode I'm listening to right now is about Kristen's birth story. But they get
Oh,
on there and they just talk about whatever.
yeah.
They'll spill tea. They talked about like the weirdest jobs they've ever done. Um, things they didn't expect about being an adult. They've talked about more serious things like social anxiety and depression, different things.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just a really good podcast, and they're both Christians, so I feel like it's like a good, clean podcast, and they talk about their faith, but then they also talk about like life and
Yeah.
other
That's
stuff. So
fun.
I love it.
Yeah. I
They
love
had
that.
Marcus Johns on one of the last episodes talking about Vine and all that, and I'm like,
What a
those
time.
things. Yeah, some people, I mean, well, not some people, but like the, I mean, we're Gen Z, but like the younger Gen Z doesn't know what Vine is.
Yeah.
And so,
That
like,
was TikTok before TikTok was a
yeah,
thing. Like,
hearing Marcus Johns talk about it and like he's like 33 now
yeah.
or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean the same thing with like Cody Ko and
yeah.
Curtis Connor and Drew
Mm-hmm.
Gooden. Like Drew Gooden is the one that did Road Work Ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I know these people, like these younger Gen Zs are watching these guys on YouTube, but it's like, do y'all even know where they came from?
You
Because
don't
it
know
was
the
fine.
beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was there.
It's crazy thinking about like some of my favorite YouTubers or like social media people and thinking about like how far I've been watching them
Yeah.
and or how long I've been watching them. And I was listening to like JC Marie Smith say something in a TikTok the other day, and she's like, if y'all remember when we were in this house, y'all have been here a long time. And I'm like, what the heck? That was not even when I started watching them. Like, I remember watching them when they were still very much like Mormons.
Hmm.
Um, just I don't know, all the
Yeah.
things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like watching
Before.
Aspen and Parker when they were in high school.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And now they literally don't they have like three kids?
Yeah. And then like Kristen, I remember you showed me Kristen, you were like, this is Marcus's girlfriend. And like we watched her like makeup videos when she was in
Oh my
college and
gosh.
now she
Yeah.
just had her second baby.
Yeah. Like that's what I was about to say. Like when you were like, I can't remember that guy's last name. Well, I was about to be like, well, we've been on Kristen for a long time. Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
unusual that we know her last name.
Yeah.
Like, no, this guy's new to you. It's not your
Yeah.
fault.
I remember like watching Bethany Moda,
Oh yeah.
Zoella. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Bethany Moda on Dancing with the Stars with Sadie Robertson. Like
That was a time.
that was a time. Yeah. Um, Before we get into my next top five, I do want to point out your camera quality and your audio quality. Like your new laptop is perfection.
Yay. Y'all, if y'all didn't know, well, y'all don't know, but I got a new laptop. Um, because my old one just was not connected to the Wi-Fi everywhere. I would be in the middle of doing an assignment and the Wi-Fi would go out and it was just not good.
And like
So,
it's just so smooth. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but like smooth. You're not laggy, like anything like that.
yeah, that was another issue with the old laptop. It was laggy. Sometimes it would just it just really wouldn't work all the time. It was not a reliable laptop.
Yeah.
I would take it to class and it would just not work in certain areas of the school, which is not great.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely not.
got this one. It's like basically brand new. Got it for $100 and works perfect.
Yeah. I'm just so happy for you because you look stunning.
Yay.
Okay, so my fifth one and final WTF for this week is Quiet on Set, that new documentary on Max about
hmm
child stars like Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider. I almost feel bad like putting it as a top five because I feel like I don't know, like it's a very sensitive thing to talk about because a lot of these kids were like in really bad situations with these older guys that were working on the shows, like producers
hmm
and stuff like that. But like it was just really eye-opening to like the behind the scenes of what I was consuming daily as a child.
hmm
Like Drake and Josh and iCarly and Victorious, like
Same in Cap.
yeah, like I loved those shows so much. And it's like eye-opening. And I mean it's sad that like a lot of these kids were dealing with like anorexia, like SA, all
hmm
kinds of stuff like that. Like, and we had no idea.
hmm
I don't know. It's sad, but it's like I just respect those people a lot more. And
hmm
like I know Drake Bell has gotten into like some trouble recently, but like I don't know, not trying to erase the things that he did or if he did
hmm
anything bad. Like, I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what he did, but like
Yeah,
he went through it
he did.
and I
I
really
think,
hate that, you know.
yeah, I think that like our generation, I guess, was like one of the first to see um like a big scene of like a lot of child actors working and like we're now seeing like the effects of it. And
Hmm.
well, I guess we started to like when we were around middle school.
Yeah.
But like before that, it just wasn't as common. Like there were children in movies or different shows as like smaller roles, but not children leading whole shows,
Yeah.
being the stars.
Yeah.
I feel like until we were like younger or like maybe
Yeah.
the late 90s.
Yeah. Because I was about to say
Um,
like the Parent Trap and like I think the
mhm.
Amanda Show was like around my
Like
dad's era.
yeah,
But
so
yeah,
that
like
was like
Amanda Bynes now, like I don't know. I guess she's like 40 now, maybe. I don't know.
yeah. I think that these things started like the 90s, but we're just now seeing the effects of all of it.
Yeah. Because like the
And
digital age is like still like so new if you look at it
mhm.
like on a timeline of like how long humans have been alive. You
Yeah,
know?
it's just crazy. Like, I remember being little and like whenever people started saying like Miley Cyrus is going crazy or whatever, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, people just said like, oh, she's a child actor, so that's just what happens. But now that I'm older and I'm looking at it, I'm like, we had no reason to be like, oh, well, she's a child actor. That's just what's going to happen because there weren't that many really before her to show like
Mhm.
what to do. And I think that's why so many of them have struggled like coming out of it.
Yeah, and also like just because she's a child actor, that's what they do. It doesn't have to be. Like,
No. And there's been so many that like, and it probably has a lot to do with their parents
hmm
and like Zendaya. I'm pretty sure she has very, I mean, I don't know, obviously, but like, I remember on the Disney Channel, you know how they would do commercials about like their life and it showed
yeah,
like Zendaya's parents or whatever. It just seemed like they were super involved.
yeah, as a
And
stark contrast to like Jeanette McCurdy's mom, who like,
yeah,
yeah, forced her into child acting at the age
yeah.
of
So
6
it
and
has,
like, yeah,
yeah, it has nothing to do with you just being a child actor. There's a lot more that goes into it. It has a lot to do with your parents
hmm
and like how your parents are gonna how your parents are depends on like how you're gonna be treated on the set and then
yeah.
eventually how you're gonna come out of this.
Yeah. And oh yeah, like that was something that I realized a lot in the show too, especially in two cases. The first one being, I think it was the first episode, Brandy, like her mom,
hmm
like Brandy was not in the show at all, but Brandy's mom telling the story of like this producer sent very explicit things to her 11-year-old daughter that was a child actor. Like, and the mom, she was like, I didn't turn it into the cops because I didn't want them to think I was a bad mom. Like, get over yourself. Like, he's gonna hurt more people if you don't do something about it. Like, that
Yeah.
actually made me so mad. And like I just noticing that Brandy wasn't on the show, like I just hope Brandy is somewhere healing, like, you know, taking her time. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy that her mom didn't go to the authorities about that. And
Yeah,
like,
and it's scary to think that since her mom didn't, like, there's no telling if it happened again and like Brandy didn't say anything or
yeah.
it's
And
just
like, yeah, the
sad.
other thing being Drake Bell's mom with like how Drake Bell's dad, when I guess when Drake like switched custody from his dad to his mom, like his dad being like, "Don't ever let my son around that man alone." And then like next thing you know, like his mom doesn't like to drive him to the auditions, so he's staying at
That's
Brian
the
Peck's house
whole
every night.
reason she
Every night.
didn't need to have like custody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's just so like sad. It's so sad because like if the parents would have been more involved or just like cared about their kids, you know.
Yeah. It's something that I also started thinking like with the Disney Channel. Um, I'm sure that there are things that have happened that are just being covered up very well because it's Disney.
Yeah.
And I love the Disney Channel, but you never know. Like, especially at the end when they said that that Brian guy ended up going on to
Mhm.
work on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yep.
One of the Sprouse brothers like came out on a podcast and was just talking about his experience being a child actor and how like they were basically like the providers for their family and
Yeah. And that
they
messes
didn't
up a
enjoy.
family dynamic too.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of these child actors are. They're providing for their families.
Hmm.
And that's another thing that even if you do go into it with a good relationship with your parents, when you're 12 and your parents and your relationship starts to shift because you become the provider,
Yeah.
you're it's going to be real hard to make it out.
Yeah.
Like
And also
having a good
not
relationship
saying,
with them.
yeah. Also, like, I'm not saying that a 12-year-old should have access to all this money, but the fact that there's that like thing in place where like these kids don't see any of their money and it just goes all to their parents. Like in the case of Amanda Bynes, like her parents just took all her money, which I think she was under a conservatorship anyway. So like they kept her money well past she was 18 years old and, legal to do what she wanted because she wasn't actually legal. She was in the conservatorship, similar to Britney Spears. But
Hmm.
I don't know. Like it makes me feel so sad for Amanda Bynes because I know like growing up, everybody around me would be like, "Oh, she's just crazy." Like she went off the deep end because she was a child actor and
Hmm.
like hearing about everything that happened to her on set and like that's not even the end of it. Like there's a lot of things that we don't know about her.
Yeah.
Like she's under no obligation to share those things, but like there's no telling the end to what happened
Yeah.
to her.
And even like the other people that didn't come out and speak, like Ariana Grande
Hmm.
and like Victoria Justice, like all those people didn't come out and speak.
Yeah, and
Jeanette
there's no
McCurdy, we
telling.
have her book, but she didn't come on the documentary. There's just so many things I think that we're just not going to know, and that's fine.
Oh yeah. But
But I
it's
mean,
just like there's no end to how much could have happened.
oh yeah, it's
And it's just really
terrible.
sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, the documentary was very eye-opening and I could not stop watching it. Like I could not put my phone down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, on a lighter note, I guess we could just get into updates of what's been going on. You got anything?
Yeah. Um, so I had spring break last week and I went to New York for the first time on a mission trip. So that was super fun and just like cool because I mean, never been to New York and like getting to go there. It's so
Mhm.
different from the South. Um, but yeah, it was super fun. They were like, I'm not sure the exact numbers, like 9 to 12 students that gave their life to Christ while we were there.
Aw.
So that was awesome.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it was a fun trip. Um, been getting back in the swing of school since being back. Before that, we had in February, we had Galentine's. So that was
Yes.
fun.
That was so fun. Nothing super notable happened, I guess, but I did get a tattoo. It's just a little cross on my finger.
Hmm.
I don't even know if you can really see it very well on the visual,
Yeah.
but it's a little tiny cross on my finger. It's like my only visible tattoo, and I don't know. I wanted it to be. Just have like a little reminder.
I like it.
Thanks. I don't think there was really anything else notable that like happened Galentine's. Was there?
Mm-mm. It was
No.
like pretty chill, and I hate Shelby didn't get to come, but like it's just a time that we know we're gonna get to see like Joy, Caleb, and everybody
Yeah.
put together. It's
And
fun.
I'm glad that this is like a yearly thing that we do. Like,
Hopefully it'll get bigger and
yeah,
it's fun.
it is fun. Um,
Baby June turned 1. I don't know. I don't know if we've talked about Baby June, but our friend Jessie has a baby and she turned
we
her one
love her.
yesterday.
She's such a sweet little baby. She's literally the cutest baby I think I've seen in my
Uh,
life.
It's just crazy that she's a year old.
Yeah. Can I talk a little bit about the Olivia Rodrigo concert?
Hmm.
Okay. Anna's gonna hate this part. Also, that was Willow. It just passed by. If you saw her tail go. Um, okay. So I love my sister to death, and let me just preface the story by saying that she's gonna be so mad when she hears this. Anna, please forgive me in advance. I'm just telling my side of the story. If you want to clear things up, you can come on the podcast yourself.
Hmm.
Okay. So it was in New Orleans, which is like 4 hours from here. So we on the drive down, we stopped in Hattiesburg halfway, and that was fine. Like we just kind of like shopped around and then we went on our way. Um, I don't think anything super crazy happened except Anna did sleep like the whole second half, and I was like falling asleep, and I was like, oh my gosh, please. But it was fine. Like it was not that bad the first day.
Hmm.
And so we got to our hotel, we started getting ready. Um, and I was like, okay, the concert is at 7:30. Let's be ready by 5:30. Are you raising your hand?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm eating. I'm
oh,
just,
I thought you
I
had a
don't
question.
know.
Like, yes, you in the front. Um, okay. So I was like, we need to leave here by 5:30 because Anna and I wanted to go to Crumble Cookie and get the cookie, the guts cookie or whatever.
Mhm.
I really need to take a break for a second to show you guys this. I'm gonna move my camera. We was just sitting in my
Aw.
lap. But anyway, so oh, hang on, whoa. Let me fix. Sorry.
Oh no. What happened?
My camera fell off. Okay. I think that's good. Um, so we got to the crumble. Well, okay, let me back up actually from there. Um, we were getting ready and it was like 5:30. I was ready to go. Anna was getting ready to go. And then I was like, okay, are you ready? And she was like, well, let's take pictures before we go. And I was like, why don't we take pictures at the concert? That'll be such cooler pictures than in the beige hotel room. But she insisted. And I was like, okay. So we took the pictures and then she was like, send them to me right now. And I was like, Aniston, like, why can't I send them to you later when we're going through like concert videos and whatnot? She was like, no, you're going to forget. Send them to me right now. And I was like, well, I'm not going to forget because I'm going to go through all my concert videos and
Mm-hmm.
delete all the ones I'm screaming in where you can't even hear the music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so no, I won't forget. I'll be going through pictures anyway. She was like, no, send them to me right now. So we tried to airdrop them. That was taking too long because it couldn't find her phone. So I manually texted her every picture that we took. So then we leave the hotel and we're running late, obviously. And I was like, Anna, go ahead and like do like a mobile order for Crumble Cookie. That way, like when we get there, hopefully they'll be ready. She goes, okay, and like pays for them, whatever. We get there and she pulls up the app and she's like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna be ready until 7:10. And I was like, it didn't give you an estimated time before you placed the order? And she was like, no, it did. Because I placed an order on Crumble Cookie the next day and there was an estimated time. Anyway. She was like, no, it didn't. And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, call the place and see if they can like either speed it up or like give you a refund. And so she calls and they're like, well, just come in and give us your name and we'll give you your cookies. And so we go in and there's like a line and we wait forever before they even get our name. But we do make friends with people in line with us because they're also
Mm.
going to the Olivia concert and they were like a few sections over ending up.
Hmm.
But anyway, they were really nice. Um, so we got our cookies and it was like literally like 7:10 by the time we were leaving. It ended up like being 7:10 anyway.
Taking the whole time.
Yeah. And so we started on our way to the arena, which was like 15 minutes away, and traffic was crazy. And we couldn't figure out where to park, so we had to park like half a mile away, I think, which isn't a bad walk. It was just that we got there at 7:28 and then had to
Hmm.
walk inside.
Hmm.
And so we missed Chapel Roan's first few songs, unfortunately, but it was still a really great show. And then I got a paper cut from the poster that I bought.
Hmm.
And then I got a blister from my Doc Martens, which is crazy to me because if you guys have been listening to our podcast, you would know that we walked 2 and some change miles in Nashville on New Year's across the interstate back to our hotel. And I was wearing the Doc Martens, didn't get a blister then, but half a
Mm-mm.
mile in New Orleans, it's over. Blisters on my feet, my toenail came off. Like, I don't know what the
You were
freak.
fighting for your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and then also, like, I don't know why my brain does this, but like when we were walking back to our car after the concert, it was like, like a herd of people, like a whole slew of people leaving the concert, walking back in the direction we were, because people also parked in that parking garage.
Hmm.
And in my head, I was like, anybody could like have a gun and shoot me right now. And
Yeah.
I like got scared, but it's okay. We made it back to the car. Then I thought the hotel double charged me, but maybe I'm just insane. So I was trying to figure that out, but eventually I just let it go because I was like, I'm done dealing with this. We get back to the hotel. Children are running all over the place, being loud. There's
Hmm.
like 20 kids running around. They're having like a family reunion or something
In the hotel.
in the hotel at midnight. Like there's like 3 moms, I think, sitting in the lobby just chatting, letting their kids run wild. Also, it smells so aromatic in there from weed. I was like,
Hmm.
mm-hmm. Okay. And anyway, so it was just quite a trip to remember, if you will.
Hmm. It sounds like it.
Yeah. The guts cookie wasn't really that good, but we did get other cookies to go with it, so it was fine. That
Every time
those
I
were good.
think of every time I think of the guts cookie, I just think of that TikTok sound that's like Olivia Rodriguez, that Mexican girl that be crying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she did put on a fantastic show. She was awesome.
Yeah, I bet the show was great. Cookie, not so much.
Yeah, it just tasted like you could make it like in a box, like from a box mix. But it was cute. It was purple and it had a star on it. So yeah, that was that.
Mhm.
Next concert is Hosier in May.
I'm so excited.
Me
Sorry, I'm just
too.
like chowing down.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody mad at you for that.
And look at that cheddar jack dust.
Mm-hmm. And if they are mad at you for that, send me your Addy. I'll come to your house and sort it
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Also, last time I saw Leslie, we were talking about how funny the Nashville trip is now.
Yeah, but at the time it was not.
I think when we told y'all about it, it was like kind of funny, but we were still getting over it.
Yeah, we were still like working through the trauma a little bit. Yeah. Because also, like, I didn't tell Nana that we walked back 30 minutes in the dark in Nashville after midnight. And she found out from the podcast. And then she was like, Lily, you told me a story. And then I felt so bad. I was like, Nana, I didn't want you to worry about me. And it's okay. We're okay. And she was like, just, you don't have to lie to me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But it's okay now.
I did tell my parents, but I think I waited till like maybe the next day. I was like, hey, we did
By the
walk.
way,
Like, oh, how'd you get back? We just walked over the interstate, but it's like totally fine.
And it was like, I don't know. At the time, I feel like I was so overwhelmed with emotion, like crying walking back to the hotel, but I didn't want anybody to know that I was crying because I was like, oh, they're gonna be like, that fat girl's walking back. It's too much for her. But it really wasn't like it was one that I had RSV lingering, which I wasn't contagious anymore, but I was still like hacking up a lung. Two, my feet were hurting. No blisters, no broken toenails, but they were my Doc Martens and my feet were hurting. And then also, what was my other one? Oh, I was so mad. Joy and Shelby were like sprinting. And good for them. Joy is a health queen. So I expect nothing,
She is.
yeah, nothing else from her. But like they were in such good spirits. And I am an optimist. I really will say I am an optimist, but I wasn't in
Him
that
too,
moment.
but I was so cold.
Yeah, I was cold. And Shelby is walking by every house we pass going, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, you guys! Happy New Year! I was like, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna be so mad.
And
They're
we
gonna
weren't
murder us.
walking through nice neighborhoods. We were walking like in bad neighborhoods.
Yeah. But we live to tell the tale. And who knows, maybe Shelby being so kind was what like saved someone from murdering us that night. You never know.
Yeah. I just know that I was walking beside you and I had my arms crossed the whole time, and I probably looked mad at the world. I was having a good time, I guess, but like I was so cold.
Yeah.
I
I
was
was
not dressed for the
freezing.
weather.
Yeah. I think I was dressed better for the weather than maybe my counterpart was. But I will say I was still freezing. And I think, like, I don't really know what happened to my muscles. I don't know if they just got too cold and then, like, walking into the hotel, like, it was so hot in there. All of a
They
sudden,
started
like, it was,
burning.
yeah, my legs were burning. And then the next day, like, my muscle would not work. I think it was like my right leg. I
Mhm.
don't know if you remember, but when we were at the Peabody Hotel, I had to, like, manually lift my leg to go up the
I do
stairs because I
remember that.
could not, like, I couldn't move it. And I don't know what the deal was with that, but she's
Yeah,
okay now.
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. It's just funny to think back on now.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be a story that we tell our kids.
Oh yeah.
We're going to tell
It,
them, don't do this.
yeah, do not
Don't.
plan ahead.
Yeah,
It's
please.
like when you're younger and your parents are telling you stuff and you're like, "Well, how do you know?" I just know. Like they do just know some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I do wish they would share why, though,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. It's crazy. This is so random, but like Shelby put on her story the other day her cap and gown, like she's graduating from state, so that's wild.
Yeah, I still got another year.
I got like half a year.
Whoop, whoop.
So close.
I'm just thankful that, like, I don't have to have a bachelor's for this field. And, like, I could have, like, I did start working,
Hmm.
and go to school. And it's not like that hard to juggle. Like, I feel like everybody's really like nice and like able to work with me on stuff. Like the professors over this like bachelor's program, like I think they know everybody's pretty much like working and going to school since that's the way like the X-ray field is kind of set up. Like you get your associates
Hmm.
and then you go to work and like because it's not required for you to have a bachelor's to work in that field. So like all of my classmates, I think, are online, obviously, and then also like they work and go to school. And so it's just really nice that like the professors like work with you and like I don't know.
Yeah, that is nice.
They're very helpful. Like I don't know. It is nice. All right, you got anything else?
I don't know why I'm looking around the room like that. I'm gonna find something. Um, I don't think so.
I've got a couple things.
Okay.
Um, so I did want to mention that the Big Brother audition was today and we did not go, but that's okay.
Yeah, that was really sad.
It was sad, but you're a working girl and that is
Yeah.
so respected and I'm just crazy.
Mm.
I just like, no, I can't go on the show. And I was like, well, they're gonna like love me, obviously, and like they're gonna want me to go on the show, and it's gonna break my heart to say no because I can't.
Yeah. That was another thing I was thinking because I was like, if I go, the likelihood of them like wanting me to be on is slim, but on the chance that they did, I was like, how would I say no? But in my head, I knew I there was no way I could say yes.
Yeah,
Like I'm
literally
not in a
same.
place to say yes.
Yeah, like I
Like
can't. I have no money, and
how Corey just up and left in the middle of college and went, I don't know.
no, like I yeah, like
I can't.
I'm still in college, working a full-time job on top of that, like I just discussed. And
Hmm.
my third point is also that I'm trying to get my CT comps and my CT registry. Like I can't
Hmm.
just up and go right this minute.
No. No.
But I think the Lord knows that me and you are too good at Big Brother,
Mm.
and there's somebody else this season that needs that money more than we do. And
Yeah.
that's why we couldn't participate because he knew that one of us would win.
I'm excited to see if someone from Meridian goes on.
I wish. Because, like, I
But it's also
talked
going to make
to,
me jealous.
especially if it's someone I don't like.
I
I
hate to
just,
be that person, but like if someone from my hometown is on there talking about how much they've loved Big Brother, no, you don't. No, you
yeah,
don't.
not like me.
No. So,
Parky, I almost feel like we should, because like I answered all the questions for like the audition. I was like, I'm gonna go. It was literally last minute that I decided I just can't do this. Like it's gonna break my heart, to not to go to
mhm.
this audition and then not be on the show, whether it's because they don't pick me or because I can't go.
Yeah.
So I have my audition like in my phone still.
Yeah. I um I did the same thing where I went online and did the online audition. I did everything but submit the video. I filled
Oh,
everything out but did the video.
I didn't do all that. I just meant like I have it in my notes, like the
Oh.
questions that they asked.
What are the
Like,
questions that they asked?
well, it was like
Is it the same as what's online?
I don't know. I didn't look online, but like the Twin States News article that was about the casting call or whatever, like they had some questions on there, and so I just answered them all, like your name, your occupation, your age, your relationship status, like your story, essentially, like what are some interesting facts about you, some things that people might not guess about you just from looking at you, and then like why you want to be on Big Brother.
Mm.
I put it all in my phone, and then I was like, I can't go. Like I got dressed this
That's kind
morning
of
and
making me
everything.
feeling like emotional.
I
Emo, if
know.
you will. I don't know why I said emotional.
You elongated it from what we
That's how
normally
bad
say.
I'm feeling.
Yeah. But apparently there was like a huge turnout. So maybe
No,
they'll come
kills
back.
me. I told my parents, I was like, because, they're in Meridian. So I was like, y'all drive by, maybe take a picture. They didn't. But I was like, see how big the
Dang
turnout
it.
is for me.
Yeah, my friend Lucinda, she went and she never got to audition because the line was so long and she had to leave at 3 and she was there from like 9 in the morning.
Well,
Yeah.
then we probably wouldn't have even gotten to.
No, not unless we showed up at like 7 and started lining up like before they even started.
Oh my gosh, Leslie.
I know.
And we wouldn't have even known to do that because I wouldn't have
Yeah.
even expected that big of a turnout.
Yeah, me either. Because I was like, who in Meridian watches Big Brother other than me and you? Like,
That's literally what I was thinking.
yeah. I was like, I have never met.
I bet some of those people are fake.
Yeah,
That's so mean. But they're just there like, I want to be on reality
they
TV.
don't
And
love it like
fine.
we do.
But you don't have a love for the show. You
No,
don't know the lore.
no,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm, no. You don't know about Dan's funeral. You don't know
No.
about the
It
cookout.
gets me like a little heated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy, like how many people showed up. And because it's like when I'm talking to people about Big Brother, like I will say like 20% of the time it's somebody that watches the show. 10% of the time it's somebody who's as into it as I am.
Hmm. Most of the time when I bring up Big Brother, people say, what is that?
Yeah, literally, literally. Like I told somebody this morning that like I wanted to go to the audition and I got dressed, but then I decided not to. And they were like, "Why didn't you go?" And I was like, "Well, because I can't be on reality TV. I can't up and leave my job. I can't do this and this and this." And they were like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about a play." I was like, "No." It's a TV show.
A big TV show.
Yeah, for your information, it's on CBS 3 times a week.
Yeah, I hear the CBS. I don't know if it's like the jingle or like
Yeah,
I don't know, but I
jingle.
just like, oh, it's Big Brother.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The da-na-na.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Big Brother
Yep. And then like 60 Minutes comes on and you're like,
time. Like,
what
oh
the
my,
heck?
60 minutes goes for 10 extra minutes. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, seriously, because your 60 minutes is up. It is
And
time for
yep,
something else.
it
Big
literally
Brother.
will say Big Brother in 60 minutes is still going.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like, let's wrap it up.
come
I know
on.
what you're talking about is probably important, but not as important as Big
Like,
Brother. We've been over
yeah.
this.
No one's here to watch this. I'm
No.
sorry. The people that are watching the last 10 minutes of 60 minutes are there for Big Brother.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. The viewership for 60 Minutes probably skyrockets in the last 10 minutes.
They're like, what is happening in the last 10 minutes? Maybe that's why they keep doing it. Because,
Yeah, they're like, we got to extend it a little bit longer.
yeah, our audience just is really eating up this last bit.
Yeah. Somebody on Twitter was talking about how they put like buddy games this past time right before Big Brother.
Hmm.
Like everybody's watching buddy games right before it goes on because it was a brand new show. It's like they knew what
Hmm.
they were doing. They want
Yeah.
us to want to watch buddy games,
Yeah.
which I didn't really get it.
Yeah. I
Like
haven't watched Buddy Games.
I watched the last 10 minutes every single time. But maybe
I
that's
kind
why I
of
don't
miss
get it.
having cable to watch things live, like Big Brother,
You can do
and
it on Paramount Plus, like on the app.
it won't let me.
Really?
I don't think I have like the premium Paramount Plus subscription. I have like the
Oh.
cheapest one.
Oh, I don't know if I had the premium. I don't know. I just would remember like you could
Maybe
go
I
down
should
to,
try. But like
yeah.
Aiden and I also, Aiden's my roommate, I'm sure y'all know, but we've been watching The Bachelor and we kind of got off for a few weeks. So we missed like hometowns and like one or two more episodes. But for the most part, we've been pretty good at like watching it. And we watched these last two episodes and we're waiting for the finale. And I I'm gonna go ahead and say my prediction for what I think might happen.
Okay.
From what it was looking like in the trailer, it's looking like, but then I could be wrong because okay, I don't know. I've been seeing that either there's Kelsey and Daisy left. And I've seen spoilers that Daisy's the winner. I've seen spoilers that Kelsey's the winner. So I don't know who to believe. But from the way the ending looked, it looked like maybe he wanted to pick Daisy and she said no or left before. And so then he doesn't end up with anybody.
Whoa, why would that happen?
I don't know. There was a clip of her in the preview saying like something felt off between them.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know, like that just doesn't sound good. And then he's leaving crying
Oh gosh.
alone. And so I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, but then I've seen people say that he ends up with Kelsey. I don't know. I'm just very interested to see how it's going to end. But there's been a really funny clip that I don't know. It hasn't been on like social media, people making fun of it. Aiden and I just think it's so funny. Um, I guess it was like one or two episodes ago, Kelsey left this note in Joey's door that said, Joey, we need to talk, period, Kelsey. Maybe,
Goodness.
maybe she shouldn't have written it like that. But when he finds it, there's nothing going on. He's just staring at the camera and he's like, I can't even like do what he does. It's so
Just try. Give it your best shot.
I keep laughing. He's not like smiling. He has no expression. He's like, I'm so confused. I'm like smiling. I can't do
No,
it.
that's so real. That's so real there.
There's no expression. He's just like, I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on. What could this be about? He's literally, bro's about to have a panic attack because of this note. And
Yeah,
he's like,
that's what I do when people text me something like that. I'm like, please tell me now. Like, I cannot.
and he's like, I can't believe our relationship could be over. Like, this could change the whole thing for me. And I was like, whoa, dude, it's like, slow down. She shows up to talk or whatever. And he was like, so what is this about? And she's like, well, she also is like, they're playing dramatic music. Of course, she can't just spit it out.
Yeah.
She's drawing it out. She's like, well, you know that you told me on like our last date that um if I ever have anything on my mind, I need to like come to you and be like honest as soon as it comes to me. And he was like, yeah, like I'm like, tell me.
Yeah,
And
please.
she's like, well, I was just thinking and I just really missed you today.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, I just miss you when I'm not around you. And he looked like he looked relieved, but also really irritated.
Yeah, me too.
It
Like,
was
what do
so
you
funny.
mean? Like,
She's
at
like,
that point, make something up that's worth my time.
and then he started like crying, and she's like, "Oh no, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Girl."
Yeah.
It was just so funny. I'm gonna have to try to find a clip. Maybe we can share it on our podcast story because it's just so funny. He's sitting there like so dumbfounded. He's like, "I don't know."
Yeah, because that is crazy to be like, we need to talk, period.
Yeah,
I
and
just
just like
missed you.
she's like, I hate like when you're with other girls. I just hate not being with you. Yeah, we know.
We
Like,
know. That's the whole point of the show.
also, I think I've told you this before, maybe not on the pod, but like when Aiden and I are watching The Bachelor, I feel like I'm so brutal. Like, I'm no longer a girl's girl. The things that
Yeah.
I say in this room when The Bachelor is on,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything like terrible, but it's just like they had these girls from the Golden Bachelor, not girls, women. They're like old women.
These ladies.
Come on and like mentor the final three. And I looked at this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, and I'll just share this one thing because the other stuff is just it's all mean. I feel like I'm so mean when I'm watching it. But they had to mentor in the Joey's final three, and I looked at Aiden and I was like, why do they have these losers mentoring
Parker. Why did you say that?
these lose?
Oh, they're because they're literal losers.
No,
Oh,
they literally are.
like they lost. Okay, I get it now.
And I was
Yeah.
like, they were like mentoring them, and like I was like, but why? Because you didn't, and you didn't, you're
Yeah, like
still
what do you have to
single.
say
Yeah,
that would
you
help me?
lost. You got voted out.
Yeah. Like if I take your advice, I'm gonna be right behind you.
I know, and one of them, I mean, it's bound to happen. Like two of them are gonna be right behind them.
Yeah.
But one girl, one of the girls that did the first girl from the final three to be like kicked off, her name was Rachel, or just not get a rose, I guess.
Hmm.
Her mentor was in the audience at the Women Tell All, and she was like, "I'm so proud of you, Rachel." And I looked at it and I was like, "For what? She lost. Like I'm not
She
even
also
trying."
lost. That's why she's proud of her because she took her advice. She helped her to lose just like she did.
But that's like, I don't, not too brutal, I guess. I just say stuff like that where I'm like, I'm really not getting like, maybe bring some winners on here.
Yeah, past winners. Let's get them
Yeah,
in
but they
here.
don't have many.
E. Could never be Big Brother.
Yeah, literally Big Brother having more successful marriages than The Bachelor.
No, yeah. In every new season, they're gonna bring the past winner on to do something, or like previous players
Hmm.
on that were like.
Yeah.
That's why Caleb got so mad because Caleb decided to watch the show in reverse. And then he was like, well, now season 24 spoiled for me. Yeah, I love him.
He's like, I can't watch these past season. I'm like, baby, if you're gonna be watching backwards, then
Yeah. They bring people on frequently from previous seasons.
and they talk about like the players that are real ones, they talk about their favorites from past seasons. So
Yeah, there's no way around that. I mean,
no,
any show, if you watch it backwards,
you're gonna get spoiled.
Big Brother is no different.
Oh man.
But yeah,
But maybe you should watch The Bachelor, like the final episode, like just to like see the vibes.
yeah. I do kind of have FOMO just because like I don't really know what's going on, but at the same time, like I just can't be bothered.
Yeah. It's so funny, like, Jesse is like the host of it, and for some reason, everything that man says, I'm either like, shut up or I'll laugh. And he's not really funny. I'm just laughing at
Not with him.
him. Um, the Women Tell All was like the last episode, and he kept on being like, well, Bachelor Nation. And every time he'd say Bachelor Nation, I just giggled a little bit. And Aiden and I were like, we're dual citizens of Broski Nation and Bachelor Nation.
Yeah, that's so funny. You need to get that on a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, I'm a dual citizen.
Yeah. Well, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we've been talking a long time.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna have
went
some
hard
good
on this one.
content.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how long it's been. Well, anyway, hopefully we'll
Well,
see y'all next week.
yeah. Hope y'all enjoy this.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye bye now.